Dartmouth's Recreation Department was formed when the city was incorporated in 1961. As Dartmouth evolved into Nova Scotia's second largest city, its Recreation Department grew accordingly. Although a lot of land was taken up by new housing and business facilities, the city was careful to preserve a generous supply of recreational parkland. In order to effectively manage the development of this land, the Recreation Department was expanded to include parks in 1972. Dartmouth Parks and Recreation Director Len Atkinson has seen many positive changes over the years.
Well, when we first started in 1961, of course the department was small. In fact, it was basically a three-man operation. Population of Dartmouth in those days was quite small. We've now grown into a city of some 65,000 people, and every year, of course, there's been a greater demand for more facilities. We took over the parks side a number of years ago, and because of demand from residents and growing time, so we've increased the park areas, the boulevards, the playing fields, and all meeting the response of the communities. We're certainly growing as a department. The requirements are growing every year. Increased facilities, new playgrounds, new playing fields, and it's becoming more and more every year. We're looking for possibly an increase in staff and an increase in service.
Because Dartmouth Parks and Recreation is very responsive to community needs, several unique programs have been developed. The Spring and Summer Play Wagon program, for example. In this program, a van brings various types of equipment, crafts, and instructors to areas which as yet have no supervised playgrounds. Leanne Ball is one of the program leaders.
We take the play wagon to unsupervised sites, areas where the children don't have any place to go to keep themselves occupied. There's two separate play wagons. We come here twice a week. I think the other play wagon comes here once a week. Usually there's about 3 stops a week. There's some places that have 2. We play games with the kids. We sing songs, arts and crafts. They really love arts and crafts. We do drama with them. Occasionally we do skits and charades and stuff like that.
Seniors are another special group Dartmouth Recreation provides programs for. Morning elder aerobics classes are usually filled to capacity. Program leader is Dale Bungay.
The program is structured so that we have a fitness advantage to the program, plus we have a social advantage where we all know each other. They've been coming, a lot of the participants have been coming longer than I have. I'm new this year, and they've been together for a long time. We have not only the programs in the classroom, but sometimes they arrange things on their own. They work with elder aerobics through Halifax and Dartmouth. They do elder aerobics runs and everything, walks that they have through elder aerobics here in Halifax and Dartmouth.
Hazel Beaton explains how she benefits from the class.
I take elder aerobics, and I've been taking elder aerobics for 8 years, and I love it. And without it, I'd be lost. And it really makes you feel good, really, really good. It helps your whole body. It invigorates your body, all your muscles. You use all your muscles and exercise them, which you wouldn't do otherwise.
Project REACH is another program designed for a special population, specifically created for physically disabled children and teens. The project involves the kids in a variety of recreational activities. One of the course instructors is Jillian Martin.
It originally started in 1980, I believe, so this is the 7th summer for it. The program is very well accepted in the community. We have a lot of support from the people in the community, and throughout the years, the children and the teens that have been coming, keep coming back, and they tell their friends, and so it's fairly well known throughout the community. We integrate the children every day, probably 4 or 5 children every day. They go out onto playgrounds. They participate with the children and the staff members on the playground in the activities, arts and crafts, songs, games. There's special events, and they're part of the program. If we can, if the child is able to, in the summer, we send them out onto the playground on their own. They have the support from the playground, and they don't have our support, and that's what we're aiming for.
For golf enthusiasts who feel in need of a little practice when the courses are closed, indoor golf programs are offered.
My name is Paul O'Hearn, and I am instructing the indoor golf program for the Department of Recreation for the City of Dartmouth. We have 3 courses, 2 10-week courses in the fall and winter, and a 4-week mini program in the spring. It seems to be a very popular course. It's always filled to capacity with a waiting list usually for most courses.
Tennis is a sport that just keeps growing in popularity. In order to keep up with the demand for lessons, the department offers courses at various levels. Bruce Rainey has taught tennis courses for a number of years.
Well, basically this is a spring session which you're viewing tonight, and it's just 8 weeks, so basically what you have is a crash course. And what I do is try to give people an introduction to the game so that if in the future they call a friend and say, would you like to play tennis, they'll know what they're doing in terms of stroking the ball as well as scoring. So they learn things such as forehand and backhand volley, backhand volley, serve, scoring techniques, 15 love, 30 love, as well as a very minute bit of strategy that can help them out when they play. Usually I give them a basis in the forehand, backhand, and the serve, which takes about 4 nights, and I usually devote the remaining 4 nights to game-type situations because it's in those I feel that you can learn more than just practical instruction. The limit on 2 courts is basically 20 people, and we usually have that full for the spring session as well as during the summer months as well.
There, we'll have to wait.
The Parks and Recreation Department is proud of its record for developing and maintaining parkland, greenhouses, and flower beds throughout the city.
The Operations Division is responsible for running of the 3 community arenas. We operate 4 greenhouses in which we grow 150,000 annual plants every year. These are planted in the flower beds and boulevards in the city. The department also is responsible for maintaining all the sports fields, the playgrounds, tennis courts, and 3 cemeteries.
Here at the Dartmouth City greenhouses, most of the city's flowers are produced. Richard Devon is one of the greenhouse staff.
We're putting out between 20 and 30 varieties of plants a year, ranging from plants that will do well in semi-shady areas to plants that will do well in full sun areas. Rose bushes have become very popular with us in the last number of years. The Dartmouth Scenic Gardens area has some nice rose beds set up down there. We have an open house here, which is now becoming an annual affair. It's to let people know what we're doing for the city. They can ask questions. It can be very informative for people to come by, and anything they're not sure of, they can check with a gardener here on the site.
Many people don't realize how much of the department's work goes on behind the scenes. For example, all of the equipment used to maintain parks and recreation facilities must be serviced regularly. Here at the small machine repair shop, the workload is always heavy. Lawnmowers are one type of machine which needs constant attention. Repairs may involve anything from a blade that needs sharpening to an engine tune-up. Gas-powered whippersnippers and chainsaws also require frequent maintenance, ranging from replacing a spark plug to rebuilding an engine to installing a new chain. Many people don't realize the amount of work that goes into preparing the baseball fields each year, or maintaining a good playing surface on the city's soccer fields. The building and maintenance of playgrounds is also a major job for the department. With new styles and improvements in playground apparatus emerging each year, keeping up with the latest in equipment can be difficult. However, Dartmouth Recreation is able to install a few new pieces every year. And of course, the kids are very appreciative. Other park crews are responsible for laying flower beds in and around Dartmouth. Here on Alderney Drive, a crew is busy planting hundreds of flowers. Perhaps during rush hour traffic, the sight of flowers in bloom may help soothe frustrated drivers. One outdoor facility that gets a lot of use is Shubie Park. Located off the Waverley Road, just minutes from downtown Dartmouth, the park provides a wide range of activities for outdoor enthusiasts. There are over 100 campsites, as well as picnic areas, nature trails, and much, much more. John Charles, Dartmouth Recreation's outdoor program coordinator, tells us a bit about the park.
In the early 1960s, the Department of Parks and Recreation in Dartmouth ended up in Shubie Park with an empty gravel pit and started at that point to reclaim the area. Near the gravel pit was the Shubinackety Canal, which had been in a state of disrepair for quite a long time. Along with the gradual development of Shubie Park over the last 20 years, we've also seen recently the restoration of sections of the canal. We not only see a lot of tourists coming in here on an annual basis, but it also provides the opportunity for people that live and work in Dartmouth to have an excellent place to go on a summer vacation that's probably only within a few miles of their homes. We offer programs on a year-round basis at Shubie Park. During the winter, we have cross-country skiing clinics that are quite popular at Shubie Park. We also have a Saturday morning program for children. The children come out and explore the wilderness environment at Shubie in the winter. During the summer, our programs are quite extensive at Shubie Park. We have a swimming program that is offered to children during the mornings. In the afternoon, the beaches are open and we have lifeguards on site to supervise swimmers. We have a day camp that we offer Monday to Friday. We have age ranges of 6 to 8 and 9 to 12 that we work with. It's a co-ed camp and the children have a sleepover every Thursday night.
Because the park has such a range of facilities, children attending the summer day camps there never run out of things to do. Andrew Cox is one of the camp's counselors.
There are 6 day camps. 4 of them are the 6 to 8 age group, and 2 of them are the 9 to 11 age group. The day camps consist of utilizing the Shubie Park for activities such as hikes, swimming, canoeing, camping, and other activities such as sports, drama, arts and crafts, and varied activities throughout the week. There is an overnight on the 4th night of the week, on the Thursday night, and this is where the children come in and with the supervision of the Dartmouth Parks and Rec staff, stay over on the Thursday night right through until the Friday afternoon.
From the looks of the leaves on it, I'd say are pretty similar to
the summer interpretive nature walks at Shubie Park are very popular. Each walk in the series explores a different nature theme. Linda Morris is the program's instructor.
The program involves a variety of themes through the summer, and today's walk I'm going to be talking about wildflower identification. And I do other themes as well, like traditional uses of plants, and just a variety through the summer and into the fall and just the start of the winter as well. The turnout varies depending on the topic. We get anywhere from 3 to 18 people, sometimes more. It's quite a wide range of ages, anywhere from a few years to senior citizens. Later on, if you want to go out on your own.
Dartmouth Parks and Recreation has a strong commitment to providing special events.
We have a number of special events during the course of the year. At the end of our fall and winter program, then we put on our spring festival at the Prince Andrew Auditorium. This is basically gives the people in Dartmouth a chance to see some of the activities that the children and adults have been involved in during the fall and winter.
Most of the festival is actually a variety show in which participants from the dance and theater programs display their talents. Art and pottery exhibits are also featured, and the turnout is always excellent. The event also gives the Recreation Department a chance to show the public any new courses and facilities which will be available to them.
Another very important event as far as Dartmouth is concerned is the Winter Carnival. This started in centennial year as a centennial project and has been going ever since. That has grown from what was originally a 2-day event into something like 7-9 days of activities.
The carnival takes place throughout the city at both indoor and outdoor locations. Opening ceremonies are held at the ferry terminal park and features bands and a firework display, among other events. Indoor events include a figure skating competition at the Dartmouth Sportsplex, volleyball and badminton tournaments, as well as many other activities. For those wishing outdoor activities, there is motorcycle racing on Lake Binook, tobogganing parties, a teen dance, and family skating every night. At the end of the carnival, the popular snowball dance is held, and of course, Cool Calvin, the carnival mascot, may appear anywhere. Another popular special event is the Children's Festival. It takes place during Children's Week and was held at the Dartmouth Ferry Terminal Park this year. Children from daycares and schools across Dartmouth came to watch clowns, jugglers, mimes, and there was even a unicycle rider. As usual, all those involved had a great time. Participation Day is a very special event for the Recreation Department. They're responsible for all aspects of organizing such events as the Mayor's Challenge and the tug of war between the fire and police departments. The bus pull is a strenuous event that always attracts crowds of onlookers and many participants. Burnside's Mac Attack truck pull is another challenge requiring more than a little effort. The Sunrise Fit Challenge and breakfast is another crowd pleaser. This year's Carriage Brigade was also very popular.
About 2 hours. Less than 15 minutes. Just up around the Sullivan's Pond, and then you'll all be entered in the big challenge that we're competing against Timmins and our old friends in Moose Jaw. So hold on to your balloons, watch out for the traffic, keep away from all those big buses, and just do what your teachers say.
Another program sponsored by the department is the Farmers Market, held throughout the summer at the Kinsman Arena. Burl and Ted Coffin have been coming to the market since it began.
We enjoy the produce and also the people.
7 o'clock in the morning, sometimes, some mornings that's early, but we're always glad to get here anyway.
We buy a lot of Christmas presents here.
Or get ideas for making others too.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes some of the flowers put our nose out of joint as far as what we have in our own gardens, but lots of transplants here in the spring for getting things started.
And I find that the people that have the flowers very helpful to tell me how to improve my own garden.
These hockey players enjoy the game so much they are playing in August. The game is at the Gerald Gray Arena, the only rink in Dartmouth that offers summer skating. Rink operator Russ Brown outlines the arena's operation and tells why summer skating is often a foggy experience.
And we just have it open this summer for private groups. Young fellows that are sports-minded and older people as well. We have hockey, figure skating, and the thing that's coming up now is seems to be ringette, the game that the girls play, and that seems to be coming on pretty strong, or did last year. We even have public skating here, you know, and it's a variety of whoever wishes to use it and can pay the money. We get so many people using the ice, and you do flood after flood after flood, and of course when you do a flood, you put water on it, and that builds the ice up. The ice gets thicker. So therefore, the lines get dim. You can't see the lines. So sometimes it'll take you half a day to go out with the Zamboni and shave that all down. And that's probably the biggest maintenance, just to keep it good for the people that come in. We have 2 dehumidifiers in the arena, one on each end, but they're not heavy enough for this kind of weather. Like, the condensation within the rinks, you come in the morning now, you'll see big lumps on the ice, and that's just because that the dehumidifiers are not working hard enough. They're not for this time of year, but of course in the winter time, they work perfectly. There's no problem.
Staff training is also an important part of the Recreation Department's work. This session for summer counselors takes place at Hawthorne Street School. District Coordinator Rick Dennison explains a little about the program.
Okay, the main reason we set up this program is so that our leaders will have an idea of the things that they can use on the playgrounds and prepare them for the actual functions that they're going to be carrying out this summer. We have a session going on all week, ranging from arts and crafts to games, to the legal aspects, so that people know what the policy is in regard to any situation that might come up. This year, Dartmouth Parks and Recreation is providing a special activity for both the participants on the activity sites as well as their parents. We're encouraging them to attend an open house on each of the activity sites so they can come out and meet the leaders and get a first-hand impression of what sort of activities they can look forward to this summer.
Dartmouth is a growing city, and because of this, the Recreation Department will continue to develop and move ahead. Len Atkinson talks about plans for the future.
The population is getting older. You know, we're living longer. The percentage of seniors within not only Dartmouth but within any other city is increasing. And I think one of the activities, we've got to be aware that we've got to program more and more for seniors. Not only on a specific sort of class activity, but also getting them involved in activities which they can do on their own or with a small group of people. The other end, I think the adults have perhaps been neglected in the past, and I think we've got to look at the whole range of adult activities. In the future, there's going to be an ever-increasing participation by the community in determining programs. This is already a trend, and a good trend, because I think in the past we've tended to say that, well, we know what the people want, and of course this is not true. The people know what they want, and it's up to them to tell us what they want. There's going to be, I think, a greater emphasis on the environment. During the past 10 years, there's been a greater awareness of the fact that we've got to plan for the future. We've got to plan for our grandchildren. And I think we've got to look to the future, look to areas and get land and bank it for the future. And I certainly would like to see that, would hate to think that my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren would turn round to the parents and say, well, what did Grandad leave for me